Hi, this is Shirish Kulkarni, founder and CEO of Throat Consultech, having running this company for last 5 years, focusing on small and medium businesses, bottom of the pyramid, for their growth, streamlining their processes. And under this initiative called as Hatke, we're talking to various individuals, leaders in industry, people who have delivered a lot, people who have definitely got to different goals that they have set for themselves, set larger organizations, gone global and made their mark even internationally. And we have a great pleasure to have Dr. Jitendra Joshi with us. Thank you so much, Jitendra ji, to be joining us
Thank you
on
so
this
much,
platform.
Vijay. Thank you. Thanks for giving this opportunity to interact with you in the Hatke platform.
So it's really wonderful looking at your journey. Having done your graduation in electronics and MBA and then PhD in supply chain, which is a kind of a very different and hardcore subject. We'll get into more details about what is supply chain, what is logistics, and various organizations and ventures that you have. But I'm stuck with this a term that you used when we were talking about being fearless and limitless, because it is very relevant. So I want to start it with your ideas about what is fearless, what is limitless, Jitendra ji.
Sure. Actually, these two words is really important for all individuals. You need to be fearless, and your works or your life should be limitless. Because when I think we born on the earth, we don't know what are the ends of the earth.
Right.
It is a limitless area.
Right.
And fearless, our Abhi group actually, when we formed this Abhi group, actually, the Abhi means indicate that in the Mahabharata, actually, when Arjuna and Krishna conversation is there, the Krishna is telling that you need to be fearless. Abhi. The Abhi word has come in Mahabharata many times actually. And we
Okay.
pick this word for our group actually. So that is the fearless and logistics activity, because we are in a very big way in the logistics activity in India.
Right.
Our largest logistics group in India right now. And while handling logistics and supply chain activity, we are working with all sort of challenges outside the office. So in that case, if you are having any sort of fear in your mind, I think this activity we cannot perform for many companies. So fearless is very important. At the same time, I am a fearless person since beginning. Because my life is the up and down I seen in my, so many ups and downs I seen in, and I think if you are fearless, there are a lot of things you can overcome. If you are not, you have with a lot of fear, I think this will be a big obstacle in your future life. And if you really want to work a king size life, then in that case, there should not be any limits to it. So that's why I think the limitless word is also very important for me as an individual and for our group also, Abhi group.
Right. And we were talking about this when you give this example. Is pandemic a challenge? I mean, I when I heard that your motto is fearless, limitless. So and we're talking about how much business that has transacted in last 6 8 months. I think it's an amazing inspiration to talk to you about those aspects.
Yes, sir. Actually, the pandemic, when actually on the 23rd or 24th of March, when lockdown declared in India and many part of the world in the same period, that time, I think the situation was very much panic. Nobody knows what is going to happen. In fact, all the governments from US to India, any African countries, but at that point of time, I think even as a layman, most of the laymen are sitting at the home and
Hmm.
they are waiting for some guidelines from the big people. And I think we also heard a lot of guidelines from senior people, from maybe Mr. Ratan Tata also. They have also given some guidelines that this year will be really a challenging period ahead, next 6 to 8 months of period, and maybe after that also, because the lockdown has never happened in before. Such a big lockdown all
Hmm.
over the world, and
Right.
one reason, only because of one reason, it is Corona.
Hmm.
And the most important thing is the business has stopped. I think in past it never happened that all businesses stopped because of one reason everywhere. So this is the first time it happened. But as we are into the logistics supply chain activity in a big way, I said, so we are serving more than 450 big customer all across the globe. And you know, logistics is very, very important area. Without logistics, nothing will happen. As we always say, in the kitchen itself, our wife or maybe mother or a sister, they are the best logistics manager. If they are working in the kitchen, then only our life is a smooth life. Otherwise, it's not a smooth life. So that time when the lockdown declared, we are the teams actually, we are at the forefront of it. Because without the distribution network, even though there are a lot of activities that stopped, but the food distribution was happening in a very big way. Medicine, but the most important thing, the PPE kits. On 24th of March, there are no PPE kit available in India in the open market. See, but it was available in our warehouses where we are serving different MNC companies. I can specifically tell Haliad or Medline, which is the German big companies. We are serving them since for last more than 8 years. So that time, my team has worked a big task to distribute these PPE kit all across India. At least 696 hospitals we served that time in the mentally prepared to go near to the corona patients. So I think it was very, very important period that time. And at the same time, as your question is very relevant to that, when corona was started, we are at the forefront. And the message what we learn from a big people, even from Mr. Ratan Tata, that we need to be stable at this point of time. We need to retain our present business, and then we should plan for the future. Actually, when we started, 5th of April, at least 80% of our team was on the offices, as we are the essential services, logistics, supply chain. And that time, actually, we try to analyze what exactly is mean by this, all these big people, why we need to wait, why we need to stabilize ourselves, what exactly, what risks we should take. Sat together, we had a detailed discussion. In fact, we started pointing out the different figures, what will happen over next 6 to 8 months of time. And I'm very happy to tell you that the figure what we actually targeted for the month of December 2020, we achieved that figure in the month of June itself. And that time our confidence was very high. We need to be fast. We should not just think about the corona and the impact of corona. We need to be really speedy now. Maybe last year our speed maybe 50. This year our speed should be at least 80. At the same time, maybe we need to serve 10 more customers to achieve the same kind of business. So that time we targeted. And our plan was, we defined very systematically that we should not be in that fear and living in that fear that many things will go wrong and all. Yes, I definitely agree. There are certain businesses has suffered very badly because of corona. Many small businessmen also suffered. But I think this period is teaching us a lot of things actually, because the point what we learn here, in this point of time, we really need to be strong enough to face all the challenges. And I think as a Abhi Group, we really achieved a lot of things in the last 6 months. And in fact, the target what we planned for the next year is more than double what we are achieved this year, 1920. We are going to achieve that.
Wonderful. I think it's a great example of having strong mindset, I would call it. And that starts with the leader. If the leader is strong, capable, fearless, and also thinking limitless, I think then only these are things which are practical. And in case of, if you see a pandemic like Corona, it's more of a trauma, it's more mental. Are aso hoil ka, taso hoil ka. These things are more in your mind, and that's where it starts. And fortunately, unfortunately, some leadership do not teach us to be fearless that much. So Uh, I think
I agree.
we will have to take our own path, as you are saying, to carve out our own future. And if you are putting a double target,
Yeah.
I think it is definitely in contradiction, and I believe that you don't agree with that.
Yeah.
That now this year is a year of sustenance. अभी जिंदा रह गए तो next year कुछ करेंगे. So you don't agree with that, right? Big smile on your face.
Actually, as Corona has teaches us a lot of things. Actually, definitely, we are very, very optimistic actually for the future. As I definitely agree, there are certain businesses has really facing a lot of challenges. For example, say event industry has suffered a lot, and as there are people are not coming together, definitely event industry is definitely not going to run much of the events actually. Same way, maybe the film industry shooting is also hampered. Or hotel industry somewhat hampered in the first 4 to 5 months of time. But it's not that all industry has suffered. It's not that. Because specifically, I'm talking about the logistics and supply chain industry. We thought that time as a lot of customer we are serving. See, we are maybe I can just talk 2 minutes about the Abhi Group
True,
actually.
true.
Abhi Group actually is serving in the 4 or 5 big areas like the logistics supply chain is our core competency. Apart from that, we are into the construction of warehouses, which is again related to logistics and supply chain activity. We are big way in the event and entertainment industry. We are also into the healthcare industry and the media industry also. And parallelly, we are also having the resorts. So these are the 5, 6 areas we are working. Logistics supply chain is definitely a dominant area what we are working, where actually the import, export, freight forwarding, custom clearance, warehousing, in-plant logistics, where actually we are giving services to all big giants in India. Maybe specifically, I can tell you the 6, 7 names of say Times of India group. So Times of
Okay.
India entire paper has been imported by Abhi Group. So we are importing more than 2,000 containers for the Times of India group, which is the Bennett Coleman. And we are running the press also for Times of India, different press across India. We are handling the operations, the Phenolics industry, for example. We are handling all the Phenolics plants in India. Similarly, for say LG Electronics, Whirlpool, we do maximum distribution of Whirlpool, LG Electronics, Blue Star, Godrej, all across India, Samsung. For in the steel industry, we are working very big way for Tata Steel and POSCO. So like that, we have 450 customers we are serving for this. And specifically when we thought after Corona, logistics will definitely have a big business potential.
Okay.
Definitely, we thought and we started analyzing each group and each sector separately. And the same solution what we got that at this point of time where most of the companies are thinking or they are on the back foot and maybe that will be thinking about what will happen and whether it's really going to happen. We thought definitely it will going to happen.
Mm.
And for that, what needs to be done? So that's what actually we planned out in the month of April and May. And I think that finally gave us the really good result. Yes, at the same time for the event industry where we are working, yes, we suffered a lot because the events are not at all happening in those periods and still it is a lot of limitations. But logistics is really doing well. And I think the future is also very good for the supply chain and logistics activity in India because India is a developing country. We are maybe the third largest economy within next 5 years of time. So I think our group can do a lot of big contribution after Corona for India also.
So I think logistics been categorized as most essential services, even in Corona,
Yeah.
would have a lot to do behind the scenes. As the way there was
Yes.
a talk about maybe the rail industry has stopped, but then it has given some good amount of encouragement for road transport in the form of trucks moving and the logistic associated. So in logistics also there would be some good amount of technology going in, right? RFID, and then you have GPS, and then you have boundaries, tracking of vehicles. So all that is helping you out. And do you think that technology has helped in this Corona time period a lot?
Yeah. Not just Corona time, but actually the logistics and supply chain industry for last 15 years actually doing a lot of technological development.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, the IT has made a significant contribution to the supply chain activity. Because if we were talk about the normal warehouses, because earlier it was called as a godown concept actually. Okay, it is no longer a godown; it is actually warehouse. And basically, till I can say till 1995, actually, I passed out B Electronics in 96. Most of my friend that time had choose to go for the IT or electronics field. Many friend has gone out of India also. And that time I thought, okay, I will go in the logistics industry. Maybe that time maybe it was not a good choice, but after that it was really good because I know because in the industry, those guys, those are the industry background, they can aware. In those period, 1995 period, and prior to that also, if somebody is not performing, actually, people try to shift him in the store area. Okay. So where actually they say, okay, he's not performing, okay, transfer him to the store or the maybe transport area. But after that, after 1995, actually, the things have started changing. Industry started understanding the importance of inventory because all the inventory lying in your plant, in your warehouses, there's all money. It's nothing
It's
but
the cost, it's the money.
so in that case, the money is lying everywhere. Even say I was a part of Tata. Also, I was a spare part division head of Tata for the 3 years. See that time. Maybe Tata is the first organization actually who started understanding the importance of logistics in India.
Okay. Uh-huh.
The first activity like a milk run, where in the plant earlier, lot of stocks has been there. Maybe a month or 3 months or 90 days stocks it was there. But when people understand that there's so much money has been blocked in the inventory, so they step by step started pushing towards back end or maybe the vendors. So the vendor management has become very important. And for that, then SAP, for example, the SAP, then BAN, then Panda, then JD Edwards, there are a lot of, first the ERP package has made a lot of changes in the supply chain management. There's a lot of MA module we started for the material management. So this is the first change actually in terms of the software development is happened in the logistics supply chain activity.
Maybe
The
I think
accuracy
that is the time. That is the time that you would have had just in time. Just produce as the pull comes, the and then kind of cards and all those stuff,
So the
right?
milk run is just a just-in-time activity actually,
Yeah.
where actually instead of keeping stock on the shop floor on your store, as required, the stocks has been picked from the vendor's end and delivered to the shift wise, first, second, third shift wise. Only some goods which is maybe the lead time is high, which is the important material from the abroad, or maybe some goods which is maybe coming from the long distance, maybe 1,000 kilometer plus. But the vendors which is near for 200, 300 kilometers in the surrounding area, all those material
Mm.
has been inverted same day with the just-in-time activity. So a lot of money has been saved for the industry. So this is the first change in terms of software technology. And parallelly, then a lot of changes happen in terms of maybe the material handling equipments. For example, the space utilization, which was earlier, which was not utilized properly, vertical height concept where maybe you can see earlier warehouses height was maybe 10 feet, 9 feet, 10 feet. Now you can see the warehouses up to 50, 55 feet or 60 feet also, or more
Mm.
than that. For the Times of India, we are using the ground plus maybe 6 locations, pallet locations.
Wow. Mm.
Under the material handling equipments also come. These are also maybe some automized equipment, which is maybe with the IT driven equipment, where the RFID also one of the scanning of barcode scanning. Earlier it was 2D barcode, 3D barcode. So there are many barcode also been started development. So this is a step by step started happening, and then lot of things happen in terms of activity inside the warehouse. Okay, then the transportation area, for example. So a lot of the, as you rightly said, the tracking of system was possible through GPS system, and real-time data has been captured, which has been directly transferred to the end customer, so that your security of your shipment, your delivery time will be assured. Even though definitely there are a lot of challenges in terms of infrastructure in India by road development, but which is also, I think, we are supposed to solve many issues under the leadership of Mr. Modi within next maybe few years of time. From 2014, network has started happening in India, and as a result, the logistics has had a good benefit. Even
Right.
GST for that matter. The GST also played a significant role logistics supply chain and for the individual also. People are maybe talking a lot of things about GST, but it is a directly positive impact on the, for the, instead of a lot of taxes, different taxes on the different states, I think the one tax system has helped all individuals, specifically in logistics supply chain guys. Earlier we were facing huge challenges, but yes,
Right.
technology has definitely played a vital role in the last 10 to 15 years of time in this particular activity of supply chain management.
Wonderful. And the things like the structural changes like GST would help not only with the paperwork that has been required, but any stoppage happening during the logistics process, any kind of delays, waiting, which is actually called as waste, right? In terms of lean methodology that we see, anything getting delayed or waiting for a decision is indeed something that is getting eliminated. With the way that you said for IT, when you are building a visibility in your supply chain, that you are able to know, or you are able to tell the customer that it is here right now, as we see even on any delivery that is happening or any kind of online uh, delivery, you see that how the package is moving.
Yes, yes.
That's really wonderful to
Earlier
see
it
that.
was only for a courier, but
Right.
nowadays it is available for all the big shipments and full truckload shipments also.
Really wonderful, wonderful. Just one question that comes to my mind when we talked about Abhi Group and it's become so large and one of the dominant player in India. But having been part of such a cushy job in corporate like Tata Motors, Philips, Cotton Greaves, Greaves Cotton, where is that that spark that came in your mind that you should do something different?
Yeah. Actually, I will just tell about my past career.
Mm.
I was a good student from first standard till maybe eighth or ninth. First failure I experienced. Actually, I failed in 10th.
Okay.
That was my start.
Mm.
But that year was a really important and life-changing year for me because that time at the age of 16,
Mm.
I understood that I was not studying hard in the
Mm.
when everybody is studying very hard in the 10th, but I was not doing that sort of effort what required that time. But that lesson actually what I learned in the 10th, that as that failure happened, that year actually I was thinking a lot about my, I started thinking a lot about my future career. When all my friends are on the 11th standard and I was there to giving one subject I failed in the maths. So I was that time initially very nervous, but then I thought, okay, this is a good time for me to think a lot of maybe like Corona, after Corona, a lot of thinking. So that was for me. That year was really important. I did a lot of thinking at the age of 16. What I
Wow.
really need to do. As soon as I passed out, I have very less percent actually. Means I got only 52%.
Mm.
And my father was of that opinion. Okay, you can go for arts. So I
Mm.
said no, I will go for a science only. And I choose that side, and then step by step I completed my diploma engineering. I completed B, and
Right.
I joined first company as a Greaves as a maintenance engineer. But at the same time, I started my first business. This was a business in the year '96 itself. As the
Oh.
Easy Call System was the first company. Parallelly, I was running. I was doing third shift only for maintenance.
Oh.
So both all the years, I was there for 96 to 98, 2 years. All 2 years I did only third shift. So normally engineers avoid third shift. So,
True.
but I said, okay, I will prefer third shift because whole day I will get for to do the business. And I want to actually compensate my 1 year, which I lost
Oh my
in the
God.
10th.
Yes.
So I started this business. The business is for actually, it is a trading activity. That time, the cordless phone was very catchy thing actually for many people. Then the two-liner and four-liner pagers also come as the mobile was uh, available that time. The office automation system for the fax, and then EPBX systems. So I took the dealership for 3-4 different companies, and I was doing good business actually. Maybe I was getting some 6,000 rupees as a stipend as a graduate trainee, and but actually I was earning around 40,000 rupees that time in my business. So I tested business in that period only. You can really do well in business. At the same time, when I got married and I got a good opportunity in the Ford. Ford launched in India in '98.
Mahindra Ford.
Yes. So I thought, okay, and in that 2 years period, actually, I also completed my DBM, PGDBM, and diploma in metals management also. Through degree I took, and I got a good opportunity in Ford as a spare part division head for India.
Wow.
And I was there for 1.5 years. I learned a lot of things from Ford. And the first time I started learning for the quality service, how the foreigner companies or the American companies give their devotion. Because for the small parts, I know the spare part was not available in India. We used to pick the goods from directly from the England. Even the small fuse, I can tell you, maybe the fuse cost rupees, maybe 100 rupees. We have spent it, the Ford has spent maybe 1,500 rupees for the transport activity. But that time they want to prove themselves in India. And I think that was a really good learning. I learned a lot of quality activities from the Ford. And then I was with the Tata Motors, did the 3.5 years. I was a spare part division head for the passenger commercial vehicle.
Okay.
After quality, I handled the quantity. I think the Tata Motors is known for the quantity spare part, huge quantity for all across India we distribute and abroad also. Then I got the opportunity with the Philips. I was there for 5.5 years, which is now the Vishay component. So shifted around 3-4 manufacturing from plant from Belgium, from Portugal, from Netherlands, from Beijing. It's a huge experience I got for the export activity that time. And last organization was Atlas Copco. I was the Asia Pacific head for Atlas Copco. And Atlas has given me the opportunity for the managing director in the Latin America. I was 35 that time. And I thought, I think this is the best time I enjoyed in the industry. I seen maybe from the graduate trainee to Asia Pacific head, the positions I enjoyed. I did lot of knowledge gain actually in that particular 12 years of period. And I thought, why should now I think about again the business part, which I stopped in the year 1999. And again, I started my 2007, I started my business. And the main goal of my business that time is that actually logistics is the golden opportunity at that time. And I thought we should come up with some different concepts, which is not yet in the Indian market. So the in-plant logistic concept actually we introduced, where actually inside the premises, we are not just going to provide a manpower, but our team is actually supposed to handle all the activities of material handling inside the premises of different manufacturing plants. Handling maybe the raw material store, finished goods store, packing, packaging, labeling. So many activities we started, and our concept was very clear. We have started telling the big industries why you are spending your so much time in the supply chain. Better focus on your core competency. Like for example, for LG Electronics, their core competency is to manufacture or the assembled of the refrigerator or washing machine. Then why you should spending so much time for a supply chain activity? And I think that time this concept was been liked by many of groups, and step by step we started getting good customers in the last 13 years. And I think all these concepts are finally really helpful for the industry. This is not just for us to earn money, but it will be a lot of cost saving, a lot of they saved, not just amount saving, but their growth also been definitely in a very big way for many industries. And they also agreed. So we had a lot of certificates from many big customers that due to this outsourcing, And the third important thing is that even companies are not very keen to appoint direct employment. That is also one important thing I want to mention here. Step by step, companies started focusing their core competency. A lot of things have been outsourced, from security to canteen, from garden. But the logistics and supply chain, single window service from import, export, freight forwarding, custom clearance, warehousing, and all India transportation. I think the Abhi Group is the only company where we have Abhi Impact Logistics and Ash Logistics. These two companies are providing this kind of services where customers should not go out and think for any other maybe vendors for this logistics and supply chain activities. They should be so satisfied that they should not think anything apart from these services. And the most important thing, the best practices sharing we do for many customers.
Right.
Every customer wants something new every month, every year. And I think we are going in terms of a lot of revolution in the logistics and supply chain along with these different manufacturing industry in India nowadays.
That's wonderful. I think it's a full circle where you're seeing, getting so much, I would say, passionate about logistics as a area, and even your PhD also is in logistics. Maybe some words about if somebody can do that PhD in supply chain or logistics. It's really interesting. So, are you able to apply all those tenets of what research you have done into reality right now?
Absolutely, sir. Actually, when I thought about to do the PhD, the long distance transportation and the heavy duty transportation,
Right.
this subject was not been picked by any scholar in past. So I did survey in the different universities, and for specifically for myself, as to gain the knowledge, more knowledge, and to apply to my business. So these two are the main objectives when I started doing this particular PhD. So that time actually, in the specifically the transportation industry, if I want to mention, this is a total unorganized industry in India today, where 80 to 90% trucks, long or the bigger trucks, I can specifically mention, or big trucks, where the owners are individual owners, and only 10% are the organized player. We have those who have more than 5 trucks, 10 trucks, and they are called themselves as the transporters. We are not a transporter. We thought we are a logistics company, and we can consolidate the things for many customers. So there we launched the concept, actually the single window concept for the transportation activity for the many big customers. Because earlier, you see, India is such a vast country, east, west, north, south, center, and we have so much long traveling we need to do. Maybe from only from Pune to Delhi, you need to travel 440 kilometer distance. And from maybe to Jammu to Chennai, more than 2,400 kilometers. So this is not a small transport activity. And you have to pass different states, different highways. So we started this activity as a single window. And any big customer who want to distribute his goods all India, so it is a really big challenge. So that time, no big transporter is there then who can provide all sort of solution from maybe from east, west, north, south. Maybe there are big player than us also, but those who are maybe dominant from one specific state, specific region. So we thought the single window, what we are supposed to provide to the Indian industry, where the actual single window, where we are at the forefront, and many transporters will become a part of us, like say Ola in a city. So here actually right now we have more than 56,000 big trucks and trailers connected to us. Number, if you can tell specific number, 56,000 right now connected to us, and this is daily they are attached vehicle to us on the All India platform, and this will big benefit to the end customer also. So where they are saving a lot of time, they are getting the quality service, the tracking also possible, cost effectiveness. As we have a lot of bargaining, what can say, the costing opportunities for the customer are very big. So we are very much competitive, and parallelly we are providing other services also, where maybe the only transporter cannot provide inside the plant. If they want any shipment to bring from US to to Pune, from Pune after labeling sent to Australia. So we have that capacity and capability we developed. So I think any manufacturer or the big companies want this kind of services only. So I think a lot of potential is there for future also.
Excellent, excellent. I think being able to apply, it's such a satisfaction that I'm seeing on your face that, any of this, generally PhD is looked at something that you do as a research, and maybe there would be some, examples that you will see where it is applied in reality. So it's really good to see that it is getting into reality. So one more dimension that comes into picture that due to technology, such new companies and global companies are entering and are entrenched in India, say Amazon or Flipkart, of which are giants, right? I mean, so do you feel? And I'm just asking this very openly, but I don't, because I'm sure that you are fearless. But do you feel threatened, or you threaten them, or how does it work? Just a perspective.
The Flipkart and Amazon, these are definitely big companies. We are supporting Amazon also. So we are running some Amazon warehouses also for them. At the same time, this is not our direct competition, for example, because see, this is like a distribution, home to home distribution.
Right.
Amazon is not doing any import. Amazon is not doing export. Amazon is not doing all India distribution of goods in a big way. They are doing the part and parcel distribution till your home. So this is a big difference between Amazon. Amazon is not, or Flipkart is not doing any business directly from manufacturers to the end customers.
Wow.
That is another important. This is specifically the courier sort of thing.
I understand.
So this is a courier, and what we are doing is the actual bulk transportation, bulk import, bulk exports, bulk warehousing activity. So this is the major difference between Amazon, Flipkart, and us also, because few of our Amazon warehouses where Amazon is our customer also. So we are handling their warehouses for the packing, packaging, distribution for up to certain area. But these two are total different areas of business. So I don't think, unless and until they are not thinking about to come to our area. But in India, specifically, I want to mention here, to do the logistics supply chain activity in India, as I say, the fearless is very important, because see, in this particular area, everywhere you will face a lot of challenges in terms of manpower. In terms of every state, there are some unions, there are police problems, there are customs problem. In Maharashtra, state like Maharashtra, there are some Mathadi issues. See, these issues are not easy to handle by any MNC company. So
you having spent more than 15 years entrenched into that, deep rooted, all the nuances of ecosystem, and that is what is called as anybody who is trying to start the new business. It's a barrier for that. It's indeed a barrier unless you know those things.
Yeah, because see, in India, every corner, every state, they have the different issues. Okay, because we are a democratic country, every state has their own power. There are so many political parties, and every political parties act as per their whims and senses also in their states. Where central also have some limitations because of our structure. So, say West Bengal, there's different issues. Delhi has different issues. Rajasthan, maybe Kerala, Maharashtra. So, to handle this kind of activity for any MNC company, not just MNC, I can specifically mention the big giants also, like Mahindra Logistics and maybe Reliance Relogistics. They also failed miserably in India for these activities, because here you need to focus on each customer separately. This is a customer driven service, not a manufacturing at one location and just distribution. Our team has to focus on each and every customer separately. Each customer is a separate P&L center. So you cannot say that this is maybe a 5 lakhs rupees monthly billing and a 5 crore rupees monthly billing. That you have to focus in an equal way. You really want to serve them for long. Otherwise, the competition is at your doorstep at any time.
Wonderful. I think that is reflected with the number we are counting, like 500 customers. Each one getting separate focus is definitely a key to success. So moving on, I see that the huge amount of positive energy that you have. So maybe a question like, do you have a role model? Do you get inspired? How do you, wake up in the morning and certain things trigger you? How does it work?
See, actually, I do a lot of thinking myself, frankly speaking, and many of my failures only is my guru.
Okay.
Uh, because whenever I failed, actually that time that failure has given me a lot of learning. Actually, in those period, that period is that time definitely it was a difficult period. But I think for every individual that phase is always there, and in the life I think there are more failures and less success. This is the formula for most of the people. So in that case, you need to be ready for anything, any challenge, and I think that will give you the more energy and I think more bigger future after that failure. But you need to be really strong at that point of time. Yeah, the same as I explained about the corona also. So many such things happen. It is happening also. But I think when you are mentally strong, and if you think every that particular failure is teaching you something, you need to gain something from that failure. Why it is there? Then only you will get the solution also. If everything is smooth, I think you will never a successful person. आणि आमच्या या पर्टिक्युलर लॉजिस्टिक सप्लाय चेन मध्ये when companies are trying to give us more work, why? The main reason is that only if they are not supposed to handle that activity the manner they want, and there are a lot of areas where there is a mess, where company like us is there to support. So everywhere wherever we get opportunity to work, I think there is no smooth area that everything is settled and we are supposed to go and work. It's not like a simple job as just you are replacing somebody.
Right,
And
right. I mean, it is easier said that something is getting outsourced, but behind that, ते का outsource होतं कारण की ते complicated आहे, ते त्यांना जमत नाहीये, ते भयंकर काहीतरी गडबड आहे, घोटाळे आहेत. I think that's what will come your way, right?
it is a lot of expectations with that customer. See, the company likes, if I can tell you, it's a company like the Whirlpool, for example. So it's a big giant American group, so they can appoint maybe 200 people also. What's the big
Yeah.
area? But actually, when they want to really focus on their core competency, in that case, so these are the area, these are obstacle, or these are may hamper their core competency or their growth.
Mm.
Company's top management is also, I think they are very smart guys now sitting at the top, and they always think even CEO level or a managing director, they always think these are the area I want to do, this area I don't want to do. So who are the competent people where I should outsource this activity?
Right.
So here the competency part is really plays a very important role, and here we are always there to solve the problems. So there are problems, there are challenges everywhere, each company, and we are there to solve. So I think this is not new for us. So that these two words we are talking consistently, this is really applicable to us very big way. आणि आम्ही असं normally म्हणतो की if we are not capable to handle those activities, because we do a lot of study before entering into that premises. If we observe we are not capable to handle and customer may get a failure from us, we don't accept any such assignment.
Mm.
So we always give first confidence to that customer. If we enter, then you will be happy. You should not face any problem because of us, because this is not an easy decision. If some company is giving a big warehouse to run, their entire stocks are with us. If you are doing transportation activity, there maybe in the one truck, maybe at least 20-25 lakhs material inside that big truck is there. So it is a trust, and we should actually give that confidence. Like
Right. Right. I think it's matter of trust building right from the word where the relationship starts building. where whatever is the expectation, maybe said, unsaid, since you are able to assess yourself against what is expected and set the expectations right in the beginning itself that, okay, this will be done. I think that's a great start, and then that eventually builds on the way that you start delivering, and years together, this whole sets of new customers and existing customers and the continued business. And the wheels are always running, right? For logistics, if we take only the road transport, the wheels are running and have to be always running. So that's a great responsibility on you. So great, great. It has been a great time talking to you, Jitendra ji. But maybe at the end, as since we are talking about unlock phase now, a perspective about new normal, a viewpoint about what you want to share with other likes, maybe other friends that we have out in business, and also something about your Hutki approach or something about the Hutki as a thought process.
Yeah. Actually, I think we are almost out from the lockdown period. Most of the industry started running in as per the requirement of the customers. Customers also now started spending. The economy cycle, I think, started running, not fully, but I think 60 to 70% we are on track. There's a lot of panic and a lot of rumors has happened in the last 4 to 6 months of time. And I think as a businessman, this is the time now. Every businessman should just think positive about the future. Instead of just sitting home and talking on the same corona subject time and again and the deaths and all, I think this is the time we all need to start thinking about our families, our future, because there is always today is the day, tomorrow is a new day, and definitely tomorrow new day is definitely has started happening every day now after corona. So this is the time. Many big opportunities are coming in future. India, we are the largest democratic country in the world. Government is right now stable. So this is a big advantage to us. This is a positive approach from the government towards industry. So this is again a very positive sign for all the industries. Either they are traders, they are manufacturers. And I think the year, maybe within next 2 to 5 years of time for India is very, very important time, because entire world is looking towards India with a lot of expectation and a lot of hopes. Even US company, like the country like US also very positive towards, which was not there 10 years back. But now I think we have buyers. This is a buyer's market. So we need to understand our strength. Apart from that, there are global opportunities. So we formed the Global India Business Forum around 2.5 years back. The Global India Business Forum is more than 90,000 members we connected from 117 countries till now.
Wow.
The Business Tycoon magazine, which is the front face of Global India Business Forum. And I'm really happy to tell you that this concept has been accepted all across. More than 82 different ambassadors from various countries, they have become honorary member of this forum. Around 92 Council General have become honorary member of this forum. We are creating global opportunities for the Indian businessman. I think many opportunities we are supposed to create in future also. Lot of delegations we plan in the various countries. Those who really want to create maybe manufacturing plant in the African countries, Latin American countries, Gulf countries. So there are opportunities Global India Business Forum is creating for them. Lot of events happening at all India and the global level. So I think people should take the opportunity for all such initiatives also, where actually you should not just think about doing business in pockets. Now the mantra is that you need to reach to the customer instead of waiting for the customer, reach to the customer. And I think that will only supposed to help. And lastly, for the youngster, actually, I want to tell for the Indian youngsters, they are very smart. A lot of education is happening all across India. A lot of degree holders. What is need is for the skill development. For a youngster, we have degrees, but we have a lot of skill missing, which is expected by industry. That you definitely need to demand good salaries, but against that you need to deliver also. So in that case, I think our youngster will definitely do a lot of things. We need a lot of entrepreneurs in years to come, where Indian business will definitely will grow. And thanks to Shirishji, you also your Hatke platform. I think the name itself is telling a lot of things about the Hatke. Means your thought process itself, I can understand. Maybe whatever interviews you are conducting on day-to-day basis, I think more than 80 you completed. Congratulations to you also for that. Every personality you are trying to judge from your angle, and you are also learning daily from each one of them. And I think Hatke is that only. That you need to interact with a lot of Hatke people so that the energy of yours also been utilized for the growth of community. With all such interaction, what you do with the different businessmen and the great personalities. Thanks to you also, sir.
Wonderful. I think it's a great gesture to talk to you, Jitendra ji, and I would say that it's been very insightful discussion covering all the dimension of not only business side but also how to keep your mindset strong to really see anything that is coming up either in your personal or business front. So great to interact you. Thanks so much for joining this forum, Jitendra ji.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Nice talking to you.
Right, and best wishes from us for you to become more and more limitless, more and more fearless, and the mantra about reaching out to the customer is definitely something that people will carry along from you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Nice talking.
बिजनेस कोई भी हो, सक्सेस की नींव हम रखते हैं।
बुलंदियों को छूने की आपके अरमानों की उम्मीद जगाती जोत है, हर सपनों का हम स्रोत है।
सही स्ट्रेटेजी, परफेक्ट डिसीजन मेकिंग और बिजनेस ग्रोथ के लिए हम आपके साथ कंधे से कंधा मिलाकर आपकी स्वप्न पूर्ति करते हैं। स्त्रोत कंसल्टेक, सिनर्जाइजिंग ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन।